First up, we're going to talk about Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Drake and Kendrick Lamar. I have mixed feelings about this situation. I have mixed feelings about this beef. And it's because I don't want to see another rapper dead. I don't want to see another rapper shot in the streets. I don't want to see another rapper saying RIP. I don't want to see that. And there was a point in time where rappers were getting into these rap beefs every other week. We'd see another rapper versus this rapper. And someone would end up dying. Someone would end up dying. So the beef that is going on now, it's so big because these are like the top two rappers in my generation, right? And people are watching it closely because we've seen what happened when people get into beefs. We understand how violent and how evil it can be. So I say that to say this. Although I listened to all of the tracks, I cannot lie. I listened to all of the tracks. I had to because, I just had to. That's how they get you. But the shots that was taken on both sides, it's a sad situation, man. People are getting called pedophiles. People are getting called women beaters. People are getting called snitches. All types of names. People is talking about who they sleeping with. Baby's not yours. You got a missing baby that you ain't taking care of. People is going crazy, man. They going crazy. They are hitting below the belt. They don't care who they introduce into the conversation. It is what it is at this point. All I'm asking is that it does not get deadly because I'm tired of seeing these rappers dying in the streets. I can't change. I won't change. I'll never change. Let's tune into the video, y'all, and see what's going on out here in the rap world.
Welcome back to ABC News Live First. It's the rap beef that keeps going back to back. Drake and Kendrick Lamar are trending after taking aim at one another over the weekend in 5 different songs, one of them dropping overnight.
Your fans are rejoicing, thinking this is my expiration. Even the picture you use, the jokes and the medication, the Maybach glove and the drug he uses for less inflation.
Now, Drake's latest record, The Heart Part 6, already has 8 million plays on YouTube and is a direct response to Kendrick's Not Like Us song. I want to bring in Anscape senior culture writer.
Now, listen here, y'all. Listen here. I did a little reaction to this one yesterday, and I posted it. Ended up getting copyrighted, so they took it down. Nonetheless, I don't really care. But I've listened to all the songs. And, this new station is very clever to bring these people up here to talk about this beef because they know that this is one of the biggest subjects right now in the hip-hop industry. They was taking some shots, man. I can't lie, man. And I heard that the UN might have to step in. Toronto's looking unsafe. The people are furious out there in Canada. They thinking that Drake took an L. Am I going to say he took an L? I'll never say it. Because, Drake to me is the top. He's the top dog right now. But can I say Kendrick definitely hit him with some uppercuts? He knocked him down a couple times. Oh yeah, for sure. This one was worse than Pusha T, for sure. But let's continue, man. Let's see what this guy got to say about it.
And author of It Was All a Dream, Biggie and the World That Made Him, Justin Tinsley, to break it all down for us. Justin, thanks for coming on. There's a lot to go through here in a short period of time, but let's talk about the timelines this weekend because this was all over the place. So can you take us back to what led to all of this and how we ended up with 5 diss tracks in just 2 days?
Yeah, like if I tell you the whole story, we would need a 6-part documentary. But just in this current construct, let's go back to 2023 when Drake and J. Cole had the song, the mega hit First Person Shooter, which Kendrick Lamar kind of took offense to about a big three and other lines within that song. That leads us to the song Like That, Future and Metro song on the We Don't Trust You album that came out a couple of months ago and eventually became the #1 song in the country for multiple weeks. Kendrick took direct aim at J. Cole, but definitely Drake in that record. Fast forward with a couple of responses from Drake a couple of weeks ago, and you get this weekend, which was unlike anything in hip-hop history, with a flurry of disses that just came from every direction, primarily from Kendrick Lamar.
Now, Kendrick Lamar doesn't usually give fans music like this back to back, but in Drake's latest song, he says Kendrick has 10 more songs. So do you think that means more diss tracks?
Oh, there's definitely more diss records in the tuck. Now, whether they actually come out, I'm not sure. But this is a tension that has been brewing for the better part of a decade. If you're familiar with Drake and Kendrick Lamar, hands down the two biggest rap stars of their generation and two of the biggest musicians of their generation. So he's been ready for a situation like this, and you can tell.
I gotta say this, man. I understand exactly why J. Cole did not entertain this foolery. I understand why. I fully understand. I get it. He don't want this type of smoke. He don't want this type of drama. He don't want this type of violence, lyrical violence. He's okay with being peaceful. He's okay with chilling. But these two, clearly, they not about that. They not about that at all. And I gotta give it to them too at the same time, man. They want to show that they the top two, and we want to all see who's #1 at the end of the day. Obviously, it's all going to be opinionated. Obviously, this is not going to go down. We ain't gonna have the facts of who actually won this rap battle, but this thing is breaking headlines right now, so everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about it. Let me know who y'all got down in the comments, man. Who y'all think that won this rap battle so far? Let's continue, man.
With the strategy, timing, and lyrical darts in his responses.
So Kendrick Lamar is just one of several rappers taking aim at Drake, including Rick Ross and Future, artists he's worked with closely. So why do you think that is, and how do you think it'll impact Drake?
You know, I always go back to something that my grandmother told me a long time ago. Like, people aren't going to say the same thing about you multiple times and it not be some truth behind it. So there is some element of truth behind all of this friction between Drake and, as he calls it, 20v1, because that's exactly what it feels like. And he's rubbed some people the wrong way in their perspective. And it was just an imperfect storm, or perfect storm, if you choose to look at it like that. So,
honestly, it's because he's the top dog. It's because he's the top dog. You gotta expect this. Once you're on top, everybody's wanna take your spot. He's the top dog. Everybody's looking up to him. He's been #1 for the longest time. Nobody's been touching him, and now it's his turn to get touched. And he's getting touched by everybody at this point. Pause. No pun intended. He's getting touched by everybody right now. And he's throwing shots back at everybody. Respectfully, he's never backed down from any type of challenge. It don't matter who y'all sent to him. He stepped up and he did his thing regardless. Win or lose, he still tried to do his thing. There's probably one single rapper besides Kendrick Lamar, because they saying Kendrick Lamar is washing him right now. They saying that right now. So if that's what they saying, if that's what the majority of people are saying, then I understand, because you know Kendrick Lamar, his last two were just immaculate. That's the best way to put it. But again. We don't want to see this thing get violent at the end of the day. We don't want to see it get violent. No matter how good these people is rapping, no matter how entertaining they make it seem, I just don't want it to get violent. That's it.
So it was just an unfortunate sense of timing for him.
Before you go, Justin,
Big
do you
pause.
have a side here? Who are you going with, Drake or Kendrick?
You know, after a while, things got really uncomfortable in terms of the allegations that were levied out between both rappers, both of which they have denied in their own ways. But if I look back at the moments of this, I think Kendrick has more moments that really charted the course of conversation, whether it be Like That, whether it be Euphoria, whether it be Not Like Us, and even I just mentioned Euphoria. So he has more moments within this battle that I think are going to stand the test of time.
All right.
That's a fact. That's what the people are saying, man. That's what the people are saying. Big pause, Irv. Big pause. But shout outs to Kendrick. Shout outs to Drake. I hope these two do not end up offing each other or trying to off each other. That is my hope. I think that Drake had a great comeback. His last hit, The Heart Part 6. I think it was a phenomenal track also, but I don't think he got off what he needed to get off to make this a win. Let's see if Kendrick responds, man. Let's see if Kendrick responds. I'll be very, 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 very entertained if Kendrick does respond to this one, man. Let me know how you guys feel about that down in the comments below, man. I'd really like to know y'all thoughts.